What is going on, Wolfpack Savage here? In today's video, we're going to be covering some random trios gameplay and highlighting and discussing basic mistakes that most players make. Correcting your mistakes is one of the most crucial things you guys need to do as players in order to improve at the game. A lot of players focus on fixing their aim, their accuracy, their reaction time, their strategy, which is definitely crucial. But if you guys are making these common mistakes day in and day out, it's going to be a lot harder for you guys to work on those other aspects because you're consistently getting clapped in the side of the face every time you move your feet. But if you guys do enjoy the video or learn something new, make sure you subscribe to the channel today, leave a like on the video, get this video to 500 likes. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. Alrighty. Woo! Look at that. Savage, why do you always tank your KD? Gotta do what you gotta do to get out here and help people improve, man. I don't know if that rhymed or not. It sounded like it did. I didn't mean for it to, but let's go ahead and let's get a nice little easy kill by doing the best strategy ever. Sitting here not doing shit. Last time we did this, the guy didn't even come over here. He just stayed there until the flag came up, and that was that. Damn it, Angel. Oh, don't shoot my body. Oh, Angel, what are you doing? Shot me in the... Wow. Toxic. Wow, dude. All right, moving on. Moving on to Bozy. Oh, let's go back to TTV here, boy. I was expecting the TTV here, but they're going reverse on a vehicle. I'm expecting the guy seems to have a little bit of movement. We'll see what happens. Look, throughout this gameplay, as we're talking about mistakes they're making and giving tips and tricks, whenever there's slow moments like right now, we'll have little discussions about Warzone and the future of Warzone, where it's going to go, things like that. For instance, right now, let's go ahead and discuss Warzone and what the hell is happening. Seems like the devs really don't have a plan on where they want to take Warzone, because for some reason, it seems like every time an update comes out, Warzone gets more stale. The gameplay gets more stagnant. Nothing really changes. The buffs are really weird. Remember when they nerfed the shotgun and didn't really nerf it? They have a hard time balancing weapons, and I really think the main thing is because most of them don't play the game. I might be mistaken. But I feel like if Ravensoft or whoever played their own game, they would know exactly how to balance these weapons. I think most of us watching right now know exactly what needs to be done to balance these guns. And I'm not against metas. If you want to have, I mean, I prefer no metas, but if you want to have metas, fine, have metas. But you should at least have every gun usable in gunfights. It's crazy that like there's literally ground loot weapons that you should not touch, period, or you will die. Like that one, for instance, one that just came out the box. Not really a good option. Maybe. Here's a thought. Maybe for one update, Ravensoft get a little crazy, a little creative with it. They watch some JGod videos. They said, I wonder what the meta is right now. They pull up JGod's YouTube channel. Oh shit, okay, this is the meta, this is the meta, this is the meta, this is the meta. Cool. Let's make all the ground loot meta weapons. That would change the momentum of the game entirely. You wouldn't even need loadouts for guns, just for perks. You can get hot with it. You can get aggressive off the rip. All they got to do is pay attention to the top YouTubers, and they can really bounce these guns, and they can really bring some great ground loot weapons. Absolutely fantastic ground loot. But going back to the game, we have a lot of money. We don't need to continue looting right now. We should just go ahead and start buying up whatever we want. Whatever you guys want to do, go ahead and do. We still have TTV Pinswick driving in circles on the four-wheeler. I don't think he's done anything. Just spectate him, see what's going on. Yep, no, nothing. Hey, he does have a bazooka. Could get safe and blow that chopper up if it comes near him. I definitely would. I don't know what's happening. Pins has legitimately just been driving around. He's got all of his armor plates broken. This is not smart. TTK is way too fast to be doing this. You let him do it to you, brother. Thank you. Now look, a lot of players live for that moment. They just want to splat people. I would say I get it, but I don't. But okay, get it how you live. If you enjoy that, enjoy it, keep doing it. But when your armor plates are broken and you're driving into a squad, into a hangar, you might get a kill. I'm surprised you got that one. You might get a kill, but don't expect to live much longer. TTK is way too fast to be doing that strategy. That strategy was good early Warzone days and in Blackout days, but right now, not too much. Not really sure who downed Bozy, but I'd be imagining whatever squad downed him would probably be pushing across. Doesn't seem to be the case at all. I should probably put my headset back on, huh, boys? Pop that reload. Thank you. But yeah, going back to the Warzone metas, man, look, you know, keep the metas, whatever, keep the loadouts, whatever. Keep the time of the loadouts. If you guys want to have the loadouts come out whenever they're coming out, fine, but make the ground loot weapons a little bit better. I mean, let's just talk about the Scar. The Scar is one of the most iconic Modern Warfare weapons ever to exist, and it was the most useless gun in Warzone. It still might be considered the most useless rifle in Warzone. Good armor crack. Let's go ahead and pop that reload before we pop that plate, man. You only need half a plate, homie. Look, these right to your right. Able to get the knock. Good stuff. Good play. Great breakaway. Great reaction time. Changed entirely. Now we can push it through the back inside and hopefully catch the enemy out in the open. I'm gonna be honest, there ain't no amount of strategy and tips to avoid that one. That's I would have died too. I would have died too. Lemon God, damn it, bro. Come on, Lemon God. TTV pins going up the ladder. He should take advantage of this opportunity. We've got multiple down enemies. Do not execute. There's one left. There's actually two left. He rezzed. But again, we see players going for executes instead of playing their lives. When you guys are getting shot at, break away by all means. If you're safe to run away and reposition, do so. But if you're just going to turn your back to the enemy out in the open with no cover, no concealment to protect you from the bullets or the visual of the enemies shooting at you, you are dooming yourself. You almost made it out. Well, that was a risky call from the get-go. You're better off playing the cover that's inside of there and playing your life and trying to get the fights won than just turning your back to the enemies and letting them do that to you. That was just heartbreaking to see, and I hate to see it. But moving on to another squad. This is a whole nother team. Hell yeah. I don't understand why this happens. Usually we spectate teams that kill the teams we're spectating. But now in Caldera, it's just like, you know what? We're going to spectate this guy. No reason at all. This is a moment we could go ahead and buy a loadout, get it right now, and then work our way to the next one. This is exactly what they're going to do. Love to see it. I think we're good on loot. Let's go ahead and buy our shit and rotate out of here, man. Get some UAVs, get everyone a self-res. There's no reason why we don't all leave with a self-res, all leave with a streak of some kind. I'd get a UAV. I know a lot of you guys like rocking precisions, and I really don't blame you. They're pretty destructive in this game, as you saw from the last team. Prep said, I don't want a self-res. I don't need that shit. Let's go spectate Prep. Maybe he's good enough to not need one. I can't hate. I don't usually rock self-reses either. I usually spend the money elsewhere. But if we have extra, I mean, of course, I'm going to go ahead and pick one up. We're sitting on $6,900 for no reason at all. Again, as you're rotating, I like to always rotate on the high ground, so I would have rotated to the left. Even though it's through a compound, you still have less of a risk of an enemy team pushing this way and looking down on you and shooting you. Also, we're not scanning. Something we see every video. As we're rotating, we're just looking where we want to go. We're not looking to the left. We're not looking to the right. Their eyes may be scanning the monitor, but you can't see 180 degrees. You can only see X amount. You guys need to start looking sideways, up and down, all that shit. Also, UAV. Let's see what we got going on right now. We got one UAV. Oh, we only have one UAV. Okay. I don't know what they spent money on. I'm gonna be honest. We had $20,000. Y'all bought self-reses and one UAV. That might add up actually. Now, rotating in vehicles, especially on a main highway, is real ballsy, aka real stupid normally. Vehicles are very easy to disable now, especially when you're running into lights. Enemies in front of us at 23, pretty much up on the hill. We could rotate and go ahead and push that. And again, I want to always encourage you guys to push enemy teams when they're fighting. Blue jumps out on accident, big oopsies, and we're gonna continue on. Green jumps out as well, maybe not on accident. All right, we got a vehicle up here that I don't believe is a spawn, so I would have used the UAV too, honestly. Our loadout's up here, a buy station's up here. It's on the edge of the zone, so even though they're not on UAV, I still would assume there's a ghosted team here. There might not be, but I don't know, dude. It's all adding up. I don't believe that vehicle's a spawn. It might be, but I know one thing that's not a spawn. This four-wheeler sitting right here to the right-hand side as well. Don't think that's a spawn at all. Also, guys, if you're wanting to get a lot of energy and have a long period of time gaming with no crash, this is the energy drink for you. The flavor's great. Flavor's top tier, 10 out of 10. But I don't even want to talk about the flavor. Let's talk about the purpose of the energy drink. No crash. It is legitimately the only energy drink that I can drink that doesn't crash me. All the other ones I've had, and I've had them all, they're great. You feel cracked out, but 3 hours later, you're struggling. You're putting another one down. You're good for another 3 hours, and then you're struggling again. You have to drink 3, 4, 5, 6 a day just to maintain. So you're burning through these energy drinks a lot faster, and it's costing a lot of money, and the crash is miserable regardless. I drink 1 a day, maybe 2, depending on how big of a day it is. And I'm telling you right now, dude, Sneak is the best no crash energy drink out there, period. Use code SAVAGE at checkout. Link is in the description below. Here we are, pushing up on a squad or one player at least. Again, imagine there's ghosted players. Don't just be super tunnel vision. We get a knock. Look for his homies. He may have self-res or he may have squad mates around. There's another knock from the right-hand or left-hand side. We got enemy to our right, brother. Ooh. I don't think you saw him, but the enemy had a nice drop on us. And our teammates are able to go ahead and clean him up. Again, don't ever assume the guy's by himself. Use your eyes. Look around. Luckily, their teammates were spread out in that fight. And again, look at that fight. Look how they played that entire situation. Instead of playing together and sitting on top of each other's faces, blue went to the left-hand side, green went to the far right, and orange cut up the middle. That way, if one of us died, the other teammates could collapse. That's exactly what happened. Same thing with the enemy squad. They did the same shit. Fortunately, they lost, but they had the same strategy in mind. They stayed separated, but close enough together to help each other out. Honestly, it was a good fight from both squads. We have enemies shooting down at blue ping, or the blue ping. Yeah, the blue ping's there. It just disappeared off minimap. Let's go ahead and push down there and fight them, man. Again, you don't just want to sit in one spot and wait for enemies to come to you, because most of the time when they come to you, they're coming with other teams. And it's a great way to get third party and shot in the side. Blue's going in by himself. Green doesn't really have any idea what they're doing. They're going back to this guy flying in on this loot. So notice the separation once again. Notice the separation. He's down here by himself. Now he's coming back. All right, so basically we're wasting a lot of time. Blue went all the way out there, coming all the way back. Green did the exact same thing, coming all the way back. Another guy dropping down, and there's going to be a third one because he just bought back as well. Why aren't we pushing these guys in? You know damn well that guy just flew in, doesn't have his weapons. So we're going to allow him to pick up his guns and then have a fair fight on us? I don't think so. There's another one, probably grabbing his weapons. If we lose this fight because we allowed them to pick up their guns, luckily Prep's still able to go ahead and get a kill on Miller, Tom. Not sure what we're doing. I want to kind of peek that right-hand side too. They could play the ridge and rotate around to the right. Blue is pushing in. Let's go see what Blue's doing, man. Coley, I have a feeling he's going to get 2v1'd. Oh, no, we got eyes on him. Easy, boom. Boom. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the hell was going on with that team. They had plenty of time to get together and then play that fight, but instead we were able to pick them off one at a time. But regardless, great on Prep Seal holding the right, great on Green holding the left, and great on Cooley kind of pushing in. I don't know if I agree with the push in. I kind of, again, would have just held my angle and waited for the teammates to come and waited for the enemy to come to us, but it ended up working out. That's a lot of range, even for the carbine. Enemy to our left. Enemy to our left. Enemy to our left, my guy. He's right to our left. He's on the hill with us. Oh, they know we're here now. They know we're here now, brother. You gotta pay attention to what's going on around you. We're 2 tunnel vision. Oh, we're gonna get sniped in the face anyway. There it is. We're 2 tunnel vision. Notice, look at the enemy team. They heard us shoot next to them. They rotated around and got a higher position. Now green's gonna die. Oh, we might get the headies off. Nope, he dies. Again, the moment we heard gunfire going off to the left-hand side and we saw those tracers, you need to look at the mini map and be like, holy shit, that's not my boy. Right? And this is what's going to cost them the game right here. We were too busy worrying about what the enemies are shooting at instead of the enemies that are close to us. Always worry about the team that's your immediate threat, not people that are way far away. Eliminate Evil, able to go ahead and get the kill. Prep Seal going to go ahead and bleed out. And Blue, again, off by himself, doing whatever he wants. This is the second time we've seen him split from the team, and he's about to get third-partied and 2v1'd up close and personal. Doesn't matter. Good stun, but you're dead, brother. GG. Crucial mistakes in that one. Again, we already talked about one of them, but again, splitting away from your squads. If you guys are not capable enough to win your 1v2s and 1v3s, it's fine. Not many people are. I'm not hating. But know your limits. Stick together. Win your 1v1s. Win your team fights. And then once you are able to solidify those consistently, then start getting a little freaky with it and breaking off and trying to win your 1v2s, 1v3s. Bad position right there. Actually, good position right there. Bad play right there. Bad play. Oh, you hated to see that. I knew it was going to happen the moment he did not pay attention to those tracers. Oh, you hate to see it. And here we are going for the big game bounty. I think he thinks it's the most wanted, and it is not my guy. Oh, you got to get aggressive with it, brother. Now look, in his head, if maybe he wanted the big game bounty, maybe he wanted to go up there and kill him, get all the money. Good luck. Good luck. I see this a lot. Players getting the big game bounty whenever they're by themselves. I really think they think it's just the most wanted. Because if that's their intention to go for the kills, I don't think that's the play. You're making yourself 1v3 the enemies. Although he may be by himself. He's playing slow. He knows we're in here. Definitely knows we're in here now, my guy. Surrounded by windows, sitting in the middle of the hallway. No idea. You're better off playing the outside of the building, brother. Play close to cover. Don't be ADS out in the open like this, bro. You could get clapped in the side, brother. You can't make it up. You physically cannot make this shit up. Oh my god. All right, let's look. Let's see what's happening right now, bro. When you guys are playing the outside of the buildings, always stick close to it. That way, if you get shot at, you can break away and hug it as cover. You just separate yourself out in the open. That's kind of crazy. But here we are moving on to Lemon God once again. Wait, I feel like we spectated Lemon God either this video or maybe another video. I know this name. All right, but there are only 8 enemy teams left. Players are dwindling off fast. 7 enemy teams now. We have 13 enemy players. This is a very winnable situation. But here we are rotating up. We got a far rotation to do. I would imagine if probably half these teams would kill each other off in the time we're rotating. But let's look at the circle. Let's see where we need to go. It's going to be a high ground circle. We need to start rotating this direction and getting that high ground. If we go to blue ping, mark my words, we will not win the game. If we go to blue, we will die at some point or another. I don't care how bad these players are. We will not survive. This is a bad rotation. This is why I make these videos, because most players don't care about rotations. But what's going to happen? Well, there's one building that's safe in here. There's a wall. And then the next zone in approximately 2 minutes is going to force you out in the open, working your way up a hill, and you're going to get shot at. And you're going to get downed. It's not too late. Go ahead and bail out. Let's rotate. Get out of here. Oh, no. This is GG. Can we get some F's in the comment for Lemon God in the squad, please? Please. This is just a bad call. This is This is tunnel vision right here. We don't need plates. What are we looting for, brother? They bought back a squad mate as well. It happens. I'm not gonna hate on them. No matter what happens in the next 60 seconds, we will lose this game. Pop that reload, homie. Pop that reload, homie. Oh, whoa, you saw him, son. Close range fight, you definitely want to reload that gun. Absolutely. Enemy behind you, enemy behind you. Oh, what a C4. Fortunately, it took us out as well. Now notice, saw the guy on the street just now, right here. All right, now that was a squad wipe, but watch what happens to this next squad. If these teams are coherent, they will shoot down on us and not allow us to cross up to the next zone. We should not survive this rotation either. I do not think he's definitely not going. He's got a pistol, no plates. This isn't really predicting shit. This is just a given. This is just a given. Three v 3v1v1, possibly. 3v2v2v1, maybe. And we're gonna lay in a bush. Look at the skill level from this one right here. Level 543, mind you. Granted, he's got a pistol. I'm hating on him, but he's got. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, I don't know. Maybe go up there and try to fight. What do you think is gonna happen if he does survive to the very end? It becomes a 1v1. Best case scenario, becomes a 1v1 fight. What do you think is gonna happen? We're gonna lose anyway. So we're better off trying to push up here and get to this team. Maybe get some loot off one of these dead bodies from all these guys fighting. Push up to the left-hand side. Oh, we might be able to get loot from this guy if we kill him. He's by himself. Well, there goes our chance. He's now rotating up on the higher ground. Our only opportunity to get a gun just vanished. But again, dude, we're in a position where we just have a pistol. We can say all the strategies we want. There's definitely better options than this, but it's just risk versus reward. There's really no reward for doing this. So what's the harm in getting a little risky? We've got a guy on the edge of the zone to our right-hand side as well. We could go. Never mind. Never mind. And here we are with Lord Sav. Hey, what's up, brother? The Lord Sav. Oh. GG. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the purpose of this series is not to make fun of players. It's to bring constructive criticism to YouTube for Warzone content. That way, hopefully you guys, with a few lulls, a few understanding, a few great points, you guys will be able to understand the mistakes you're making as well as a player. I don't do this to highlight mistakes just for the fun of it. It is enjoyable, but I do this mostly because I know most players are making the same mistakes. I've been playing BRs for 6 years now. 6 years I've been playing BRs, and this is something I've seen throughout H1Z1, PUBG, Fortnite, Apex, the list goes on, Blackout, and now this. When players break out of their bad habits, when players get some confidence and players start, getting out there and trying to get it, they become better players. It's just a fact of the nature. That's what happened with me. When I first started playing BRs with H1Z1 and PUBG, I played like this. I played passive. I waited for my teammates to make the calls, and I would end up following them like a sheep. It took me a very long time to get good because of that mindset. Once I started having to make decisions on my own, once I started understanding a little bit more and taking charge and started getting a little bit more aggressive, I started noticing that my aim became better, my accuracy became better, my decision making became better because I was out there actively working on it. It's a muscle. To be able to make decisions, to be able to aim and be accurate is a muscle. If you're not practicing and utilizing that muscle, you ain't gonna grow it. It's like hitting the gym. If you're not sitting there curling, your arms ain't gonna get bigger. If you're not squatting, your legs ain't gonna get bigger. The exact same way with gaming, guys. If you're trying to be a battle royale gamer, you're gonna have to start flexing some muscles. You have to start working these bitches out. But again, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, subscribe today. But until next time, you have a good one and good luck in Warzone.